back, bitches! I'm back! Just in time for America. And what better honest to God album to talk about America than Bilmuri, American Motorsports. But before we get to that, it's been a couple months. Instead of doing the normal albums I missed videos, I realized I'd have to do 3 months worth, and I don't get time for that. So we just gonna slide right through these records. I'm gonna attempt to give rating in the process. I don't think it's gonna go over the best, but we'll see. Starting with Idle Throne. Starting with Idle Throne's A Clarion Call, I believe is what it's called. Yes. Von Ripper, Empty. Yeah, we'll go with this actually. Zolfo's album. Yeah. The new Terra Maze. You know what? I like this one better than the last, that's for sure. Caraween? I'm gonna butcher that one. But the album's Lotus. Actually, yes, we're going with the horns up on that one. High Desert Queen Palm Reader. This, and I'm gonna give it a masterclass. So we're gonna do it this way. It's masterclass. Technically not a record, and more a single or a 3-track EP. New band Camino Bruises. If you slept on this, definitely check this out, especially if you like the last record and the one that kind of Crash and Thompson and crew kind of talked up about. Shrapnel and Gravity. I've heard they used to be more thrashy, and then I guess this is kind of a similar situation to what this is a band that had the guitarist that wound up in Architects left and went back to that band. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of that band. I'm kind of mad about myself because I really like that record. But it's kind of a similar situation, I guess, from what I'm told with this record. I get Bullet from Valentine records for vibes for sure, like when they were good. So I'm unlike most people. I'm willing to at least give it a thumbs up to this. Hope Conspiracy, Rules of Oppression, Rule by Deception. Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that. Foul Umbilical. Keep it real, actually. I'm not fully feeling it as much as most people. Night Range, Remains of a Dead World. Keep it real. Keep it real for Melody. Euphamont. Forgot the name of the record. But, keep it real on this one. I think I like the last one better. The new Intervals album. Another horns up, for sure. Cognitive Abhorrence. Keep it real. Chakra Duats. And more thumbs up on that one. Gatecreeper, Dark Superstition. Horns up. Potential Masterclass. I can't really give that one. I forgot it. It's my fault. Vreedhammer, Godslayer. Actually, horns up, yes. Especially for Godable God fans. From Dying Sun's Calamity. Just given the album cover, I wanted to like this more. But it's really just kind of a thumbs up, I guess. Now, this is a good EP from Godmother. Since Cincelled. Definitely horns up, for sure. Darkness Everywhere to Conquer Eternal Damnation. I think I gave that one, felt like giving this one here a keep it real. Yeah. Enter Arma, New Heaven. Keep it real, feeling the horns up though. And Space Slug Out of Water, just a thumbs up. I feel like the production holds this thing back. The name of the band. What's this? Webermacht. Unless that's the album. But this one here, that's like some Dami Mommy kind of black metal opera mix thing. Surprisingly really good enough. I'd give it at least a keep it real at the very least. At the very least, if that's says enough. Atrabilis Umicide. Kind of like this one a lot more than I thought. I'm actually thinking of Horns Up. Sid Mammoth. Supersonic Mufana Collision. It's a thumbs up. I've had dealt with better. Exist, Hijacking the Zeitgeist. I kind of like this for a prog metal record. I'm going to give it Keep It Real for now. I haven't gone back to it as much, but I like it enough. I felt that when I get a chance to, I'm not going to be mad about it. Alpha Wolf Living Things. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling this one. I'm not even going to rate it. Sorry, guys. Because if I did, it was this. Which is a lot higher nowadays than you would know. Iron Monkey, Spleen and Goad. It's more thumbs up, really. Heavy Temple, Garden of Heathens. I think I was going to give this Keep It Real. I liked it. Adon. This is actually... Well, thumbs up. I like this, but not nearly as much. The Ghost Inside, Searching for Solace. I like this their particular brand of more octane core. They're one of the better bands for sure. Horns Up actually. Cardinal Nothing More. Technically kind of a Horns Up, but not as enthusiastic as past releases, I'd say. But I still like it, I guess. Whitestone Memoria Viva. For people who miss the death metal days of Opeth, but a little jazzy, but don't entirely hate the musical ideas of the past few Opeth records, more so the recent one, and maybe the second one at certain points, like the Tattle Charactosaurus. But I wanted to like this more, but it's more Keep It Real for me. I wanted to like this more. I forgot the name of this one. I hate that. I believe it's a post-rock, kind of post-metalish band. Hiroshima? Forgot the name of the album, but yeah, this one. Cause them real and actually kind of horns up on that one. A definite horns up for this one. Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre. Super Turbo. I Feel Awful, especially since they have a song called I Want to Pet Your Dog. I mean, yeah. It's fun crossover thrash. Punk thrash, so to speak. Nira, All Is Dust. I kind of like this. Definitely Keep It Real. Wraith, Fueled by Fear. I wanted to like this more than the other band that kind of has a similar style to this. But that's not the case. I'm going to just give it Keep It Real. I'm glad I'm not monetized, so I'm going to make this very brief. It's pretty much the 200 subreads manual manic procedures. It's kind of classic death metal cover. Okay. Like that. And I kind of liked it. You know what? I'm going to give it Keep It Real on this one. This one, Horns Up, Greenleaf, The Head and the Habit. Good stoner rock that kind of is like Queens of the Stone Age meets Escalation, Ruins of the Fallen World. This is actually really good. Mellow death. Horns Up actually. For black metal, Kuan, The Formless Fires. I'm actually gonna give this a Horns Up. It's actually not bad. The new Alcest. That's I'm not gonna pronounce because it's French, and I'm bad with French. Horns Up, actually. Now this one is kind of a sleeper to me. I think it's one of UK's hidden gems, apparently, as of having just heard this record specifically. And I get, like, recent Cave-In vibes from it, amongst some Toolish moments and other stuff here and there. With Tone 9's In Resonance Nexus. I'm going horns up. In my opinion, I'm feeling masterclass with it. New Age War Stigma. I'm sorry, I can't. Sabur under Gain. I kind of like this. Keep it real. Cripstorm and the Stygian Rose. A lot of people really like this and expect a horns up, but I'm actually going to give it a keep it real. But it's like one that's very enthusiastic enough and high enough that it's kind of edges on a light horns up, but you know, that's fine. Dude, I think Mirage is the record or the band. Mirror or Mirar or yeah, this thing. Wow. I kind of have to give it horns up a little bit. It's crazy. This new Counting Hours album, that's name escapes me for some reason. I kind of like this, but I've heard better out of Catatonia. But this is kind of better of what that side of Catatonia that I'm not as fond of does, I guess. So keep it real, I guess. Horns up, Fu Manchu, Return of Tomorrow. Huntsman, This Dry Land. Huntsman, The Dry Land. I wanted to talk about this one for sure. This one's a definite horns up in Masterclass. It's making my album of the year contenders for sure. Hippotractor Status. I'm actually giving this a horns up. It might be album of the year material as well. Umbra Vitae, Light of Death. I'm actually giving this a horns up. It's actually pretty solid death metal done with a hardcore twist in that Converge thing. Ironic enough, since it's what's his face from the producers that is known for producing really good hardcore and good metal in general. So it's not surprising, and it has some actual members of Converge in it. Anyway, quite the super group. But and then Evergrey, Theories of Emptiness. Given the last record, I wanted to like this more, but it's still not bad in terms of modern Evergrey. I'm gonna have to give it a keep it real for now, but until the new Dream Theater comes out, this might be better at least than that. I don't know, but I've heard better prog this year, and I've heard hopefully maybe Dream Theater will get back to that pocket that works for them from those 2000s era, but we'll see how that goes. But now onto the actual review. Sorry for taking so long. I appreciate your patience for waiting in this video and for as long as me talking about a record. Now on to American Motorsports by Bilmuri. Despite all the albums I just talked to you about and what I've already talked about in past few releases. Also, I forgot the Ape Vermin record. Colossus Andromeda. Which I gave, unless I did talk about them. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Anyway, never mind. Back to this. This album is from, I believe it's Johnny Frank of Attack Attack. Formerly Attack Attack. And this project's been around a while, and it used to be considered, from what Wikipedia told me, as a mix of post-hardcore and neon pop punk with elements of hardcore, more influences in hardcore and emo. That's what it used to be, and then eventually incorporated more lo-fi and indie pop. But this record here, on the other hand, and maybe a record or two before, I don't know for sure. I need a deep dive here yet, because this is my first exposure to them. What a time to do so. In fact, he was somewhat inspired weirdly by Hardy, or at least in the way that it comes across to me like Already said, I did mixed country and metalcore. I am so awesome. Bilmuri, hold my beer. This. See this. This is how you blend country and metalcore. And the funnier thing is, the country it incorporates most of the time is more mainstream oriented in ways that don't fit my taste, but for some strange reason, it works. And if you can do that, it works, and it's more in that way that he's utilizing it. It's more that you can tell it's not produced in that way that it's churning out like a machine, the way anything comes out of Nashville Row. And I feel like that's one of the bigger difference makers. And it's clearly produced the way you would probably expect from something of a more underground country rock act. But still in that mainstream polish, I guess, but not quite alternative metal, alternative country or well, there's alternative metal here for sure, but it's way more, this is so good. From the tracks, even the video visualizers are so fucking hilarious, dude. Better Hell is so awesome. And Empty-Handed already just... And great uses of just... And Empty-Handed uses like a Kevin James breakdown thing. And each video he's done for each song, from Better Hell up to Empty-Handed and up to, I believe, Talking to Your Ghost. They just freaking expand upon it. And just go the extra... He's going in the videos, go the extra mile and upgrades his machinery from freaking push mower to rider lawnmower, though he skipped a step. And, should have at least went to zero turn. But I guess he couldn't afford a zero turn before he could get to that point of making connections to someone who has a legitimate corn combine, which is like, Talking to Your Ghost, which really just went, burr, burr, burr. And it's just, I wanted to come in with that. It's like, and this album just screams fun, and it's what I grew up in, the post-hardcore, pop screamo, and emo stuff in the 2000s, with that sort of countryish twang that's somewhat in the modern mainstream end, but without all the bullshit that comes with it somehow. Like, he focused more on the other thing and production in that regard. Some of it, brief moments in the mix that it is in its detriment in certain tracks, where it seems like they bury a little bit of banjo. But I guess they meant to intentionally do it as a nuance. But I kind of wish it popped out a little more, and it wasn't as far back in the mix with the rest of it. But I guess if you're annoyed by banjo, it may not bother you as much it's back in the mix. I don't know, but... but not all songs do that. Some of it's way more forward in the mix. It's like here on Better Hell and Empty-Handed. Miss Me is kind of close into that boyfriend country style. But it's not... But it just feels more like closer to like an Ed Sheeran-y song than I would say a boyfriend country kind of track. So I guess if... Spinning You Around's great and has this amazing breakdown that happens. That's very brief. That's do-do in that more easy core style. And it's so great. And then it goes into 2016's Cavaliers, Ohio. One of the best songs on here. And the first on this record to include 80s pop style jazz saxophone. Oh, and it is produced so well, it fucking sits with you, and if it doesn't make you at least tear up or be like, or jaw drop, I don't know who the fuck you are. You are a crazy person. You are insane. If you don't like this for some reason, if you have that thing with jazz, I feel sorry for you, but I don't know if I want to know you. If you're willing to hate it on that, unless you have like some actual like reasons for it that could be like okay, but and it starts getting into other songs that do that. All Gas is awesome. All Gas No Brakes. It's pretty good. It's called All Gas, but Even though the vocals kind of give me a weird, like, John Mayerish vibe, kind of. Blindsided's great. I feel like that one's awesome because it kind of starts off with like some. It kind of goes into this, has this kind of, ends with like a guitar solo, lead mainstream rock guitar, country rock guitar lead solo that leads into some jazz saxophone again and ends really awesomely. And I think it kind of has this weird like screech, I think, with it, with one of the notes that almost kind of comes off like a weird like weird high pitched like squeal scream or something that's probably in the background. If you look for it, if you're not, then it won't bother you, especially if you're not into that kind of thing. Straight Through You just is also one that's really great. Talking to Your Ghost is great, especially with the way they do the fiddle. Though it does lose itself a little bit at the end, and that one was the one with the music video, the crazy music video. Drunk Enough is another softer one, and honestly, the way they do some of these softer songs that are more pop lenient, I get vibes of like Issues. With it, of like Issues particular brand of genty hardcore metalcore mixed in with R&B, but it's way more country fried, you know. Clearly more country fried in that way of country pop, lenient way, modern country pop, mainstream country kind of thing. And it's just, the videos are so fucking hilarious, the way he carries himself. Ah, man. And just has good hooks, dude, on it. That's just hard to not get into. Like, this is such a good record, guys. It's horns up masterclass for me. And I'm gonna say it's like this, and this one stuck with me. And I believe this one stuck with me just as good too. I'm still wanting to jam that thing, and I'm also wanting to jam, I guess, kind of Cancer Christ, maybe, for reasons. And I like this one the most. Like, even the fucking, you can't say no to that doggo. You can't say no to that doggo. Look at the doggo. Look at the doggo. You can't say no to that. You can't say no to that. And it's very America. It's America. And during a time where we need something both visually funny and just something that's actually written really well, like Hard to Eat Your Heart Out, this is how it should be done. Blending metal, hardcore, pop, and country together. Like he does. And the emo, yes, and maybe I do get slight old pop vibes. Like, the poppier moments make me feel like the stuff I do like in like the things. And I think one of them has a lead guitar solo on it, and I think it was maybe Miss Me, I think, or is it Spinning You Around, I think has it, and then eventually it led to the breakdown. But anyways, this is how you do it. I would recommend it to literally even people I think that aren't as into it for the screaming stuff. There's very little of it, but when they do it, it's even that's still considered kind of tasteful and easier to kind of accessible enough to get into. If I do compare this to anything, I've said Issues before. There's a couple other bands I'd mentioned, but Issues was the one that popped out the most for me. And at least without the issues, if you know what I mean, seriously. Like, I know I'm a Tyler, and us are supposed to stick together, but given your accusations, fuck you, Tyler Carter. Anyways, nations which turned out to be true, fuck you, Tyler Carter. But as far as this is, and then I guess what I heard about Lakeview from Metal Meltdown and his video about country and metal, in terms of mixing more pop laden country and the more poppier side of metalcore, that octane core-ish thing, I guess. that's kind of what this is, but I think it's less octane core. I get more easy core and that early, and of course, given it's the dude that gave the Crab Lord himself, of course, there's going to be some of that crab core shit. That's not shit, or at least when it's not, or at least the way he does it, and especially in this record, is awesome. And it's just the humor of this thing. It screams America, fuck yeah, the way that it was intended by what's his face, by the guys that created Team America World Police and South Park, and the intention and the unintentional ways that it turned into kind of an actual anthem for our country by people that didn't understand they were making fun of the country and all that bullshit, by Canadians no less. So it kind of somehow works both ways. It's on both sides of the audience, and somehow we can all come together, coexist, and be brought together better than the people that we are apparently, that isn't Robert Kennedy Jr., that we are actually being, in my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, I understand, but it's better than what we've seen from the main parties right now, which is literally no different from 2020, and it's worse than before, given that debate. Like, you're going to need this to get through 4th of July and actually feel the proper spirit of America. And even at its flaws, satirically speaking as well. At least visually from the videos. Lyrically, you're not going to get that so much. It's a lot more definitely in the emo category, for sure. Emo pop category of lyricisms. And elements of Boyfriend Country and your Ed Sheeran things. But it works here. It works. It's hooky. It's catchy. It's accessible. I cannot not recommend it to literally anyone. Like, I can recommend this to anybody and not feel guilty about it. Again, like, Frank, Johnny Frank, if you see this, dude, thanks, man. I kind of found out weirdly about this through some reactive thing of some chicks that were most of them didn't like metal, and they kind of showed empty-handed video, and they all liked it, and I was like, okay, I might get into it eventually. And then all of a sudden on my YouTube music feed, the new album popped up, and I had no idea it was out. Probably should have if I did check that actual Bilmuri thing. I have subscribed to the Nick Church podcast, but I didn't really know or care at the time, and I realized I was wrong, dead wrong. I'm not sleeping on this anymore, and if it continues in this direction, maintain what this is and improve upon it if you can, if that's even remotely possible. Holy shit. Yeah. Fuck, I can't not recommend this thing. It is so fucking good. Sorry for taking so long. I had my reasons for taking so long. I had some near hack issues, and I had to try to close out of most of them, or at least instead of what I could. I think I got rid of my Instagram. I got rid of my Discord. I may eventually get back to Discord. Eventually, I may have to, especially because I heard about some signing in from. Because Rock is trying to do something. I'm kind of trying to apply for co-host. I don't think my resume is going to go over well, but I hope, if you're watching this, dude, Luke, if not me, please give it to Chris Doman. If he can be available, I will vouch for him. If you're watching, buddy, yeah, I'm vouching for you. You don't probably need it for me, and I don't have the platform to help you, but yeah, dude. Doman, you got it. I know some people that I know who are probably watching this and missed my Tyler Tuesdays may have their issues with this guy in that space, but this is more this other space that they're not as involved in, which is with you, Luke, and this will be a good second chance, I think, for it. And I know he knows most of what he's talking about. If he's not already busy doing his stuff with his band and other things. But if he's up for it, if not, well, but at least let him know if he doesn't already know by now. that I recommend him. So, you know, just figured I'd throw that out there. And, you know, support people that I know are good about what they do. And I know he's actually been a co-host. So if he gets a co-host job, I think he deserves it. If you don't want that and he just wants to do moderator or editor or something, I'm not against... let him do that too, actually. So, yeah. Well, anyways, I went a little too long on this thing. What did you guys... And hopefully most of y'all, despite the runtime, hopefully stuck around, please. It helps the algorithm, apparently, if you actually do watch this whole thing. If you did, thank you very much. By the time you see this, I am officially back, for the most part. Hopefully I'll get to talk about, if movie-wise, I haven't had, if I do get to talk about anything else now, it'll probably definitely be Deadpool and Wolverine, without question. Or at least I'll figure out a way to see it, if permitting. Also, please check out check this out. Eventually I should probably put some posts in of some other albums I should do, like rankings on. I didn't do that yet, but it's been a while and I've had to lay low, and something happened with where I gotta go on a cholesterol diet now. Yeah, I know, I'm a little pudgy, but you know, it's just caught up with me, and more so not exercising enough. And I haven't been still either, but the diet part I have been doing, so I'll see what I can do, and hopefully it goes down and I don't gotta worry about taking actual cholesterol medicine. Fingers crossed, guys. But anyways, what did you guys think of this video? Hopefully you liked this record enough. Was it album of the year for you, or where does it sit for you? Leave a comment below, let me know, and as always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Take care, y'all. And hopefully I'll get this uploaded before 4th of July at the very least. Fingers crossed. So, and I'm back, baby. God bless the troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!